I hear the client go, "Oh no." Back in 2018, we had a job to film out in Las Vegas, Nevada, which was for Tobin Motor Cars to film Ferrari and a Maserati little spot for their YouTube channel. We're gonna do both in one day. So that morning started out really, really early in the morning. Sunrise, we had this Blue Herring house, which is a multi-million-dollar house and a crazy development out in Las Vegas, outside of Las Vegas. And we had 488, a 458, and then some Levantes to film in the driveway in the morning. So we had this gorgeous house. We got some amazing footage inside this house. There was like outdoor pools and living areas outside, like inside, outside. It was a gorgeous house you could like dream of having your cars parked outside of. And we got to film in there and got some really cool footage in there of the cars parked outside, some drone shots around the house. And then we took the cars out, did some rollers of the cars. We captured audio of the cars. We got a lot of cool stuff, a lot of awesome content created with these cars. That's how the morning started. So it started on a high note. We see this amazing house we dreamed to be in, we'd love to be in one day. We got to film in it, we got to hanging out for hours. So after all of that, we had access to Spring Mountain just outside of Las Vegas. This company rented out the entire track for the afternoon for us to just solely film on the track all day long. So we went out there with all of our equipment, with our gear, and we had the track to ourselves. The people who own the track were super nice. They took us out on their golf carts. They took us out for runs. They let us fly the drone. They let us pretty much have full reign of the track, which was awesome, especially hanging out of the back of a minivan filming the entire time and hanging off the side of golf carts filming the entire time as 488s flew past us on the straight. At one point, we had some gorgeous footage at the track. We had the entire track shut down for ourselves. We had this amazing shot that I have a behind the scenes clip of where we take a golf cart, we're on the side, I'm hanging off the side of a golf cart, just holding on with my feet, and my camera and my gimbal are hanging off the side of the golf cart as we're going off track over gravel, over rock, over sand. And as the 488 is coming around the turn, we're meeting it and then coming onto the track. So it's a little bit sketchy because as we're coming onto track in a golf cart, there's a 488 lunging at us and hoping that we go off at the same time. And it worked out perfectly. We did 2 takes. The second one worked out perfectly where we met up perfectly. There wasn't a bunch of bouncing or anything. It was perfectly stabilized. It looked so good. So we went back and we reviewed it with the client and the track owners saw it. Everyone saw it. I have a behind the scenes clip of everyone reacting and just, oh my God, oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. And everyone's like freaking out because it's so good. And I'm freaking out too because it's such a cool clip and I'm super happy on it. It's one of the coolest shots I've ever gotten. And then, so after that, we film for a few more hours at the track. We get drone shots. We get some really cool other footage as well. And to celebrate, the client takes us out to a Korean barbecue spot just before we get back into Vegas after the track. So we go inside, the client parks their Bentley outside from the dealership. We park our rental minivan outside. And inside the rental minivan, we left all of our equipment. We left the cameras. We left the hard drives with the footage. We left the drone, we left the audio equipment, we left the GoPros, we left everything. At that time, yes, that's naive to do. We look back on that, I'd never do that again. We went in, we enjoyed dinner. I have footage on my phone of us enjoying dinner because we were documenting our whole experience there. So we're happy in these videos and these clips. They're sitting there enjoying some Korean barbecue. And then we go outside, lo and behold, I hear the client go, "Oh no, oh no." And we look up and there's glass on the ground and there's a hole in the side of the minivan, just not even the small pane of glass in the back. The rear quarter pane of glass is broken. And we're thinking right away, everything's gone. What's going to happen? Like, or maybe it's a small hole. They couldn't get a lot of stuff out. Lo and behold, we look in the window. There's glass everywhere. The gimbal's gone. The camera's gone. The hard drives are gone. The monitors are gone. The only thing left are the giant case that wouldn't fit out there and the giant drone case that wouldn't fit out that window. Backpack, laptop, hard drives, everything from that entire day's shoot. Some of the coolest footage I've ever captured in my life, gone, along with about $30,000 worth of my own personal equipment. Not just my equipment, my friend Zach, all his equipment got stolen, and the client's photographer also got all of his equipment stolen as well. We didn't know what to do. I've never had that much stuff stolen from me at one time, so it's kind of a moment where you stand there and you go, okay, I have a job tomorrow to do all this equipment, or I have jobs coming up as well to do with all this equipment. What do I do? This is how I make my living, and I can't do that anymore because someone just took everything from me. So that was probably one of the most downer moments I've ever felt in my life, the most down I've ever felt in my life, personally, because I just didn't know what to do. And that one person took everything from all of us. They took our job, they took our livelihood, and they took the awesome footage we got that day, which I was super stoked on. So all that was gone in a heartbeat. We filed police reports. Police came and they were like, "Oh, you had $30,000?" The cop called me up and he's like, "Which one is Chris? This list, this is like $30,000 worth of equipment. Whose is this?" And I was like, "Yeah, that's me." He's like, "That's a lot of stuff gone. I'm sorry, but it's Vegas. You're probably not going to get it back." And that sits in right away and you're like, yeah, this stuff's probably gone forever. So we settle our police reports. We go back to our hotel. We don't, obviously, what do we do? There's nothing we can do at this point. It's all gone. That person in and out. We talked to some of the surrounding businesses to see if they had security footage or whatnot. And some of them gave some stuff to the cops where they saw somebody come in quickly, take everything and leave. The next morning we had more footage to film. We couldn't film that because we didn't have anything. The client understood that. So we kind of just hung out for the day. And then after that, I flew back home to New York, not knowing what to do with my life at that point because somebody took our livelihood. They took everything we could get to be able to make money, be able to have fun, be able to make cool footage, make cool videos, make cool content. So we didn't know what to do. A few weeks down the line, I'm every single day on Craigslist, on eBay, looking for our stuff because I had a friend, their stuff stolen, and we would look every day on Craigslist to see if their stuff would come up. Lo and behold, one day I just happened to refresh eBay and I see this listing of batteries for my gimbal that looks familiar, mildly familiar. So I click it. I look at the pictures on eBay on the listing, and on the batteries are still all my gaff tape name tags. Now this is tape. They could have just taken that tape off and nobody would ever known this is my stuff. They're not like permanent labels, it's not permanent marker, it's just a piece of gaff tape with my name on it. And I look in the background, there's my lens, and there's my other friend's lens in the background of this person's desk. So I called the detective that's on our case, I sent them this link, and the detective has some sort of eBay backdoor that they were able to access, and they were able to serve a search warrant on that person. And they called us back and they said that we cracked open something where they got into that person's apartment and they had laptops on laptops on laptops and hard drives and a bunch of other stuff, a ton of stuff in this apartment. This person must have been like a kleptomaniac stealer or something, whatever they were doing. But it turned out to be like the middleman in this some big operation. It wasn't the person on the footage from the restaurant. It was somebody in the middle. And they were able to recover some stuff, no footage. We were able to get back like a lens. I actually just got a letter. My parents just told me I got a letter back in the mail while we're on this road trip right now saying that the police released some new stuff from evidence, a laptop, a field monitor, and some other stuff. No hard drive still, but it's something. So we might try to get that stuff back. I got my laptop back. That was good. But again, that was totally wiped clean. They wiped everything, all the hard drives, everything was wiped. So we didn't get any of the footage, but supposedly whoever they did capture went to court. I got a letter to go to the court hearing, which I wanted to go to. We were all going to go. The client and me and my friends were all going to go. We were going to go to the court hearing. My friend had made Death to Thieves shirts, which I'm wearing the third revision of right now. We've made these shirts every year since to kind of commemorate this, which I got to give a huge shout out to my friend Sam, who made a design for us. He donated the design, and people supported me immensely than I've ever had in any merchandise release. And with the money from the t-shirts, and obviously I had my equipment insured, as you should. And with the money from the release of the shirt and the insurance, I was able to kind of come back tenfold. In my head, I was like, you know what? I'm going to show whoever stole this. I'm not going to buy another Sony. I'm buying a Red. So I've never used a Red Epic before that. So I invested $20,000 in buying just a Brain, Red Epic Gemini sensor, and taught myself since on how to use that. I bought cheaper lenses instead of buying all Canon lenses. I bought Sigma lenses. From there, things have gotten better. I've gotten more jobs. I've learned my lesson, not to leave anything in a car. I tell everybody this, no matter how long you're going in a restaurant, you're going to the bathroom, you're getting gas, take your stuff in there with you. My friends get embarrassed sometimes when I walk inside with a 30-pound backpack and a gimbal in my hand that just looks stupid to walk into a restaurant with. But now I don't take any chances. Hard drives come inside. Everything comes inside wherever we go. It's a lesson you learn once and you'll never have to learn it again. Since then, things have gotten a lot better. Like I said, we got an awesome new camera. We've learned a lesson. We have continued to keep that client so they weren't upset at us because it wasn't under their control. I've got a new perspective on protecting my equipment, keeping things insured, keeping my eye on stuff, and valuing what I own and what allows me to have the career that I have now, filming cars and filming car commercials and filming for my YouTube and for car shows and whatnot. It's definitely opened up a new perspective to appreciate that a little bit more and appreciate what I have and what I'm able to create because of what happened.
Homeowners insurance may just seem like some boring thing that you have to get a mortgage, but it can be a surprising way to actually save a lot of money. Policy Genius is your advocate to do that. They shop your policy and your insurance needs amongst all the major carriers and find you the best deal. In fact, every time it renews, Policy Genius does it all over again. They check everybody else, they make sure you're getting the best deal, and if there's a better deal out there, they switch you for free. Policy Genius can also bundle your homeowner's policy with your car insurance policy and save you even more. Policy Genius has saved their combined auto and home insurance customers an average of $1,127 a year. So visit the link in the description below, tell them a little bit about yourself and your property, and they'll tell you if you're getting the best deal. Be sure to thank them for their support of VINwiki.